Sarah's flown many times. How many, Sarah? Nod. But she's terrified of landing. We have arrived, waiting for our driver, Uber Andrew. Hello, Sarah. So here we are in Munchen. This is our Uber driver, Andrew. This has got to be the best Uber I've ever been in. Oh, look, check it out. Only bloody taken see a hell. Fantastic. Who's having one?
I'll have one, please.
Oh, no, you wouldn't say no. It's only 10 in the morning.
On holiday.
How's the beer?
Cheers. Very nice.
What do you think of Tegan see a?
It's very nice, actually.
You're not really a lager fan?
No.
You're yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
So here we are in Munich. It is hot, compared with home anyway. I mean, not like Canary Islands hot, but a good 26 degrees. And I've come unprepared for this weather. I've got my suits and I've got my shirts and ties and some sensible school shoes. But we're actually going now to, we've booked the afternoon off, I've booked the afternoon off work, so we're going to go into the middle of Munich and have a few beers and just watch the world go by. But we've just discovered in this place, not only are there clothes shops, but there are Woolworths. Remember Woolworths? I'm wondering whether they've got pick and mix, if that's a German thing, picken und mixen. I'm going to have to go and have a look in a minute, I think. No, they don't. I think she thought I was a madman. Do you have pick and mix? Was ist das? Anyway.
Beer and a pretzel.
Ben wants a beer and a pretzel. I just tried to buy this bike, but he wouldn't sell me one. He wouldn't sell me one. We are now at Marienplatz, having got off the train at the wrong stop and had a good 15-minute walk. Up there, you can't quite see it now, but this is where the mechanical glockenspiel thing is, where the little characters go around. It's not go. I don't know what time it goes, on the hour, I guess. 20 minutes. I'll try and catch that a bit later. It's a big tourist attraction. Whenever I'm here, it's packed with tourists usually. Here we are, Augustina am Platzel. Is that pronounced correctly?
Platzel.
Platzel am Platzel. And 4 currywurst, 4 Augustinas.
1 litre.
1 litre? No, I'll go with half. I've got those mugs at home. Thank you.
Nice and cold. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute, Prost. Yamas.
Put another squirt in there, mate. Here's the currywurst times 4. It's rather nice. I've had it before in a polystyrene tray. Something hasn't been to Munich for the last 8 years, and I've heard about this place, but I've never been. This is the ice canal on the river Isar, and you can go surfing inland on the river.
Only wine, or do you drink beer as well?
I just don't like mixing sweet tomatoes.
You liked the Augustina before, yeah? Oh no, it's
Red wine, it's called.
Oh, no, that's what I have to say.
Tegens hier.
What was it?
Tegens hier.
Candy, like a half-half.
No, I'll have to do books.
So we're in Denninger Park, Rothof. Sarah's still selling beer.
Still selling beer.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
There you go. This is not my beer. It's not available in Munich yet. But watch this space.
But
hey, Freddie.
We're all about appreciating good beer.
There you go.
We're all about appreciating good beer.
Prost.
Prost.
Cheers.
Skål.
Ich trolle nicht, und wenn das Herz auch bricht, ewig verlorenes Lieb, ewig verlorenes Lieb, ich grolle nicht, ich grolle nicht, wie du auch strahlst in Diamantenpracht. Es fällt kein Strahl in deines Herzens Nacht, das weiß ich längst. Ich grolle nicht, und wenn das
morning. We are back. It's Friday and I'm here. But don't worry, I'm not skiving off my electronics industry responsibilities. I have booked a holiday. And the reason is the big tank's coming. Just waiting for it's out for delivery. Just waiting for maybe the wagon driver will call or it might just show up. So it's only just after 8:30, I think it is now. So we should be all right with that. Other jobs for today. If he comes and delivers, I'm going to head off to Wickes and get some more of this insulation board because I really need to make that door now. It's going to be a heat wave, isn't there, apparently. I've not put the cooling in yet, the proper cooling, but I've got from Georgie. Thank you, Georgie, you're a superstar. Georgie has donated to the cause an air conditioning unit, which even running it at standard settings will drop that down to 16. So, and I'm all right with that for the casks. That's fine. I just don't want them sitting in the doorway there at 30 degrees, really, if I can avoid it. And obviously we'll get that cooler piped in and the heat dump at some point. It's just time. Need 8 days a week so I can do everything. But anyway, so in here at the moment we've got batch number 6 conditioning. That was 8 casks we got out of that batch on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side we've got what I racked last weekend, which was 6 casks. That is batch 7, and these 3 kegs. But I only had 2 couplers, so the third one's not carbonating yet. But these have been on for 5 days, I think. So I need to work out carbonation level testing. I usually just use my mouth, but you could buy a tool, I think. So, but I have got 8 more Sankey couplers coming, which will allow me to build a bit of a rack or something here to carbonate. And there's a corny keg there. In fact, that's how I'll test it. I'll take the corny home because they've all been under the same pressure for the same time at the same temperature. So if that one's gassed when I get it home later, then we're pretty much ready to go. I was aiming for 2.2 volumes and it's about 17 degrees average, so I've set the PSI according to the table that I was sent from this Jolly Good Beers table that they publish. I've used that and it was about 20 psi, 17 psi. I think it was 20. I'll look that up again later. Either way, they should be nice and fizzy now. Fizzy beer. Who wants fizzy beer? Seriously. Guys, you've seen my rudimentary power controller before, right? 4 switch fuse spurs, each connected individually to one of the 4 heating elements down there. And what that gives me is 25% power increments. So all off, it's 0. Obviously, all on, 100%, and then 25% for each one that's switched on. But it's not precise enough. I'm finding the difference between 2 switches sometimes can be a raging boil or no boil at all. So we need to do something better. And long term, I'll get a panel put together. I think it's just time and money, but it needs to happen just for that precision. I can also then, you've seen Harry's, right? You can control everything from it, or at least monitor and measure everything from it, and we really need to do that. But in the meantime, Martin, the engineer that brews, who you can find on homebrewforum.co.uk, he's a member there, like me, has produced this. Genius, actually. Dead simple, but genius. I'm like, how can I get steps quickly without building a huge panel with millions of things in it? How can I adjust the temperature from 0 to 100 in smaller steps than 25? And he said, well, you only need to adjust one of the elements. If you can adjust that particular element between off and on in steps, 100 steps, or infinite steps, I guess, if it's analog, you don't need to touch the others, because using one of them will allow you to fill in the gaps between the next one being on full. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but it makes sense to me. Anyway, next thing, this thing dropped through the post, completely unexpected, and
thank you so much, Martin. It's fantastic. I've got to get it on the wall today if I can. So what we've got is a variable resistor on the front, so we can go all the way off on the element or all the way on. Indicator on the front to tell me that it's on. And then inside, Martin's been shopping at DigiKey. What a superstar. Inside here, you can see the back of the LED indicator and the variable resistor, but we've got barrier terminal block, Arduino Nano, I think that is. Nano? Is it a Nano? Nano. 5-volt power supply. AC in, 5 volts out to power the little DC board here. And then solid state relay and heatsink at the top. All the earth connections in place, unlike a lot of my little mock-ups. Oops. Not that I'm trying to kill myself or anything, but, you know, live life on the edge. Yeah, it's what a brilliant idea. Absolutely fantastic. That's bought me a lot of time, honestly. That means I don't necessarily have to stand and hover over the brew the whole hour while we're boiling, which is what I have been doing lately. So Martin, thanks. You're a mate. It's amazing. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Right guys, here's the truck with the tank on. I will resume this video tomorrow. Have a great evening. Cheers guys.